All right, here we are at Diesel Power Challenge Day 4. This is part 2 of the event. So today we did the trailer drag racing this morning, and now we'll be doing quarter mile racing this afternoon. Quarter mile racing here is going to be a heads-up event, so drivers will be lining up on the line next to each other. We got a little sound bite here about courtesy staging, so you can hear about what the actual rules are as far as staging your truck next to each other for this event.
So talk to the guy you're going to race. How much time are you going to need to get spooled up to get ready to go, and try to come up with a system, because what you really don't want is for one guy to be here and the other guy in pre-stage but not quite ready to go. If it's going to take him another 15 or 20 seconds to get ready, meanwhile you're building heat, your converter's getting hotter, all this stuff is going on. So talk to your opponent, come up with some kind of a timing system so that you kind of work this out together. You don't want to cook the guy in the other lane, you want to race him. Now, the other thing that's important, when you're doing the pulling competition, once the green light came on, it don't matter. Sit there as long as you want and go, because the clock doesn't start until the truck moves. But when you're drag racing, you gotta get there first. So you need to be ready to go when the tree fires.
All right, so now that we have a better idea of what courtesy staging is and what they're lined up, or how the rules are for lining up with each other, I'll kind of break down the rest of the event. We start off, they get an hour to qualify, so they get to go out. It's an open track. They can run as many laps as they want, run as many times as they want. But what's important here is that they don't get the truck too hot for eliminations. So from 12:30 to 1:30 today, which is day 4, they'll be doing qualifying. So they need to run down the track, qualify, show that the truck can run, basically, and then they get to set their ET. And then it'll be bracket racing, heads-up bracket racing for the rest of the afternoon. So it's really important that they get out there and they have a good handle on what their truck can do and what they're going to expect so that they can set a solid ET. Obviously, with bracket racing, you don't want to break out of your ET either. So this will be a pretty interesting event. We've got the first one to go down, which is Andrew Morrison. He went down in that mechanical 12 valve. He's been telling us the thing's set up for drag racing. He really wants it to show what he has here. He just put his first pass down at 1074 and 123 miles an hour. So that truck's set up. It's had a struggle here through a couple of the competitions. Did okay with trailer drag race, and I think it was a real solid performance there. But this is the event where Andrew Morrison is hoping to shine. So we'll see where he sets that ET after he just ran a 1074 at 123 miles an hour. Okay, day 4. Drag racing, so it's day 4 afternoon, quarter mile drag racing. Something pretty interesting going on here. We're in the qualifying hour where it's an open track and guys get to go out and just run, but Shane Merriman and Alan Burke decided to go out and actually stage their trucks together in a heads-up race and go and run next to each other, run side by side down the track. Definitely not a requirement for qualifying. You do not have to line up next to each other. I don't know if maybe that was a strategy between those two competitors, or maybe just trying to get some practice with staging, with this Pro Tree light. It could be pretty tough. Pretty similar trucks. Shane Merriman just put up a 12:03 at 107 miles an hour, and Alan Burke a 12:69 at 113 miles an hour. So pretty evenly matched trucks. It'd be really interesting to see where they're going to land for ETs and how they're going to run the rest of the day. Zach Scholl's getting after it in the qualifying hour here. Made his first pass, held tight, truck looks solid. 12.2, 110 miles an hour, first qualifying pass for Zach Scholl's in the 6-liter. Looks solid, man. Trey Hutton just made his first qualifying pass, 12:40 at 112 miles an hour. Truck looks solid for the only guy out here without any nitrous. Looks like he's going to try to hang with the boys in this event. Day 4 qualifying for drag races. Cody Pulliam making his way down the track right now. He's put on a really good show, getting a little squirrely through the gear shifts there, drifting to the center of the line. Through the traps, I think he's pedaling there at the end with a 1291, 122 miles an hour. I got a feeling that truck's got a little bit more in it. But we'll see what he sets his ET at and how he handles heads-up eliminations. Day 4 qualifying for quarter mile drag racing. Travis Richards coming up to the line now. He, of course, is the only manual transmission truck in the field this year, and I believe only the second G56 in Diesel Power Challenge in its entire history. The truck's performed pretty well this week so far. It's gone through a couple of the events. They've been a little bit tougher than the drivers expected. I know they were looking to make some bigger numbers on the dyno than what they ended up recording, but we know this truck is capable of performing. So now we're going to see a Mega Cab with a G56 line up now for his first qualifying pass of the day. We'll see how it goes. All right, we saw Cody Cook make a warm-up pass here. Not really sure if he was on fuel only. Ran a 12.9, 112 miles an hour. I know for a fact that's not going to be his best pass of the day. So that may just be a strategy in qualifying, just kind of shaking everything loose, seeing what it needs and how much spray they're going to throw at it. I got a feeling Cody Cook's going to be a truck to look out for today at the strip. Day 4, talking about Cody Cook qualifying run for quarter-mile drag race. All right, Travis Richards with the G56 transmission and the Mega Cab lined up now for qualifying here on day 4. Travis Richards, of course, the only manual transmission in the field this year and only the second G56 in Diesel Power Challenge history. He's lined up right now. He had a bit of a false start there. He's going to try it for the second time with this launch. Travis definitely has a strong performing truck. It's a really, really solid build. I think he's working through some of the kinks of having a manual transmission now while he's down there on the line. We're going to see him take off here. Tree hits, and he's walking it out. I think he's having a problem getting on top of that Charger, but he's going to go ahead and just roll down the track for this one. Little white puff. He's getting after it now that he's halfway down the track. I think he's just trying to throttle through it. Not the numbers they're looking for, but again, I think for his first test hit, he might be one who would want to consider doing a second hit on the track. He just put up a 19.6 with 93 miles an hour through the trap. So I think they got a little work dialing in, launching that truck, but once they get it, it could be something to look out for. Okay, we saw Garrett Osane check in at the track to make his qualifying pass. Pretty solid, putting himself in the 12s. Again, we know these trucks have more in them. Some of them are probably going to top out around the 12s. They do need to break that 1290 to qualify, so that they, or I'm sorry, the 19 second pass, so that they can qualify, so that they can race. I believe the G56 Mega Cab with Travis Richards driving, the only one that's going to need to make another pass to get inside of that. However, we are seeing Cody Pulliam pull up for his second qualifying pass. Again, I got a feeling this is just a quick shakedown pass to make sure he's got everything dialed in and set a good solid ET. This is day 4 quarter-mile drag racing qualifying passes. Cody Pulliam just went up and made a second pass for the qualifying here on day 4 of Diesel Power Challenge. Bumped himself up to the number 2 position, ran an 11.70 at 125 miles an hour. Great pass, truck looked really clean. Shout out to the boys at Duramax Tuner for the tuning on that. And then, of course, we have Travis Richards lined up. He's had a tough time with that G56 and that manual transmission. He currently is sitting with a 19.654. He needed a 12.98 to qualify. So we will see here if he can put it on the ground and get that truck down the track with all that power and with that short throw G56 manual transmission. Should be pretty interesting. Travis Richards on day 4 here, qualifying for the quarter-mile drag race. Much better pass, shaved 5 seconds off of his time, picked up some ET there, but still 14.4 at 106. He's going to need to do better than that to be in this event. 12.98 to qualify. Like I said, shaved a ton of time off. Went from a 19 down to a 14, but he's going to have to definitely make another pass here in this last 15 minutes of qualifying to play with the rest of the guys. So we'll see if this field stays of 9. There's also rumors right now, Garrett Osane, who's been killing it, second place in just about every event, definitely was racking up the points. We're hearing rumors that the truck may be down at the end of the track. We never saw it come back on the return line. He may have come through the pits. We're really not 100% sure on that. So we'll see where it goes. Hopefully Garrett's able to stay in this competition. We'd hate to see him drop out during the qualifying for the quarter-mile drag race. Right now, Trey Hutton up on the line, trying to make another pass here, get himself a little bit better position, or possibly just dialing things in. Remember, he is the only truck in the field without nitrous, so as he's spooling at the line right now, it's pushing that truck hard. You know, he's got to be feeling the heat of it all. There goes the second light. Light flashes. Greens go. He's down the track. We'll see where this one holds out. And he's through the traps, 1160, 119 miles an hour. That's a pretty solid pass from Trey Hutton. That has now bumped him up to second place in the qualifying. Very, very impressive turnout from the Duramaxes today. As of now in the qualifying, we have Andrew Morrison sitting up top with the 1070. We fall into Trey Hutton, Cody Pulliam, Shane Merriman, and the rest of the field. Quick update there. Andrew Morrison went ahead and ran down the track. Looks like he pedaled it at the end. He only put through a 13.2, but that's all he needed for the Travis Richards issue. Travis Richards, man, it's a real tough job getting your truck to spool up, especially here at elevation, while you're working a clutch, a brake, and the throttle all at the same time, trying to keep it all together. You could see he just clearly just couldn't hold the truck back for how hard he was spooling it, slid right through the line after staging. That bumped the red light for him and gave Andrew Morrison the quick win. Day 4, quarter-mile drag racing. First run done. Andrew Morrison moves on. Travis Richards, unfortunately, looks like he's out of the comp. Day 4 of qualifying. God damn it. Day 4, quarter-mile drag racing. Looks like after our first run here, Travis Richards is going to back it off the line. Andrew Morrison's going to take the win with a 13.2. He saw that he didn't have a competitor and just pedaled it down at the end of the track. That's just smart racing. So looks like we're going to get the second race of the day underway. I got Zach Scholes pulling up to the line, and we'll see who's on the ladder next to him to put this race together. Okay, second race came up. We had Shane Merriman in the old Ford and Zach Scholes lined up with his 6-liter. This has been a hard weekend for Zach. I'll give it to the guy. He's come out here. He's worked hard. He's pushed that truck as hard as he can. Unfortunately, when it comes to staging, with courtesy staging, you only get 7-second window to get your truck staged after that first bulb is up. So once that first bulb goes up, you got 7 seconds to roll that a couple inches forward and get that second bulb going. Zach took too long. He did not roll up. He did not get that second bulb on within that 7-second window. That's going to give him a DQ here at the quarter-mile drag race, giving Shane Merriman the automatic win. While Shane's time was negligible to even mention because he sat at a green light waiting for his opponent to also stage. So a little bit of miscue there, but Shane's going to take the automatic win. Zach Scholes is not going to put up a time for the quarter-mile drag race. And now we have the next set of competitors. This is going to be Cody Cook against Trey Hutton. Cody Cook took the dyno. Trey Hutton had a real rough time in a few of the events here. He's the only competitor without nitrous. As they're spooling up here at the line right now, we got a single bulb up for both of them. Clock is starting. Second bulb up. Lights drop. Trey Hutton off the line. He's out in front. Cody's trying to put it down, trying to run him down here. Oh, my goodness. And Trey Hutton's going to put up the 1171 at 119 miles an hour. And, of course, Cody Cook is taking a 11.6, just a little bit faster at 132.99. We know that truck has more in it. If Cody can put it down on the track, he's going to be a tough competitor to beat today. Alan Burke and Cody Pulliam pulling up to the line now. A couple of Duramaxes getting ready to battle it out on the drag race. Quarter-mile drag racing here. Day 4 diesel power challenge. This is going to be a good race. These guys have been neck and neck as far as what we expected to see out of them. Getting the staging lights up. Alan Burke already hard into the throttle, trying to get that single S475 spooled. We know he's got a little bit of nitrous behind it. Of course, Cody Pulliam got a lot of nitrous, a little bit of experience here. They're both stage 1, stage 2. Here we go. Oh, Cody Pulliam way out in front. Alan Burke, think he felt the spin, got out of it, was out of it for too long. Cody's already down the track. He's through the traps. He's just going to pull a 1260 at 125 miles an hour. No big deal. Alan Burke, rough day, man. 15.4 at 106 miles an hour. That's not going to be enough to stay in it. Here, I am coming up to see if I can catch Zach Scholes. Zach, how are you?
Oh, we're doing all right.
What happened out there at the drag race?
We got timed out on our spool up. They give you 7 seconds. You got to be on it, and I didn't have it in the boost window. I felt comfortable leaving that within that 7 seconds. I'm gonna say it was within a second or two at the max after he threw the light where we were right in where we wanted to go. But drag racing's drag racing. You get it or you don't.
Too little, too late. I got you, man. Well, tough break. We'll definitely be excited to see you in the rest of the competition, though.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Good stuff, man. Good luck. Trey Hutton, you got lined up against a really tough competitor there in the first round. How did you feel about setting up next to Cody Cook?
I felt like it was just going to be terrible. I felt like he was just going to just pull me down the track, and he almost did. He backtracked me, and he almost ran me down towards the end.
It was a really tight race there. You know, we saw you launch, we saw you take off. He had some problems at the line. When did you start to see him in the mirrors?
I looked about halfway down track, and I looked behind me in the mirror, and I saw him start. He got above those turbos, and he was coming.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on getting it through. How'd it feel to win?
Feels great, and I'm made my whole trip down here, honestly, so I'm excited.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck on the next round. We're rooting for you.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem. Travis Richards here. Travis, looked like a tough break out there. What happened, bud?
Clutch was hot. Just pulled through it.
It seemed like it was almost immediate, like you went to go roll on it and didn't realize that it was just going to keep pushing.
Yeah, I started bringing like 4,500 RPMs. It was fine. We needed more, so we took it out to 5, and as soon as we hit 5, it started rolling. Couldn't stop it, so here's what it is.
Tough break, man. It's a really tough break. We were hoping to see a big show out of the truck. We were watching you during qualifying. You got down from the 19 to the 14.5 to the 14.0. What was going on there during the qualifying?
First time going on a drag strip.
A lot of first times for you this weekend. First time on the dyno, first time on the drag strip. I'm just going to assume first time racing with a trailer hooked up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So preparation for the rest of the event. I mean, do you got a lot of experience with a trailer on and maneuvering around for the obstacle course?
Yeah, we had quite a bit of experience with that. So.
Okay, how about sled pulling?
That's what we do.
Okay, sled pulling. So that's really where you're hoping to make a show here.
Yeah, definitely. We're waiting for tomorrow.
Okay, I know a lot of the other trucks are set up for drag race and a couple of them are set up for street. What makes your truck specifically set up for sled pulling?
That's all we do with it. Daily drive it, sled pull it.
Okay, so that's where your experience is? That's where you're hoping to make a big show?
Yep, hopefully. Keep it together and A to B. That's the whole plan here. So.
I love it, man. Well, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the second event of the day. These trucks have been getting worked up here in the altitude and with the heat. It's definitely a hot one out here. I've seen everything from spraying the front of the trucks and the trans coolers and the trans pans with nitrous to just setting bags of ice right in front of the grill and just trying to hold them up there and let them suck in as much cold air as they can. So it's definitely been an interesting one. We have now made it through the qualifying, open qualifying hours, made it through round 1. We are down to the semifinals. So at this point, there are just 4 trucks left, 2 races. We are going to hear those 2 races, and then we're going to move right into the finals and give you the winner of Diesel Power Challenge 2018's drag race event. More drag racing underway. We got the second round here, so this is the semifinals. I have Andrew Morrison and Shane Merriman lined up. Now, Andrew Morrison's in a regular cab, 12-valve. This truck's already set a 10-second qualifying pass. Shane Merriman was in the 12s. You're talking about a 4-door truck, long bed. It's a lot more weight. It's not specifically set up for drag racing. We'll see who's going to be the better driver and who's going to get the win here. Both trucks inching towards that first light. Courtesy staging, first light goes up. They got 7 seconds now to push into that second light. Tree drops and they go. Oh, it's Andrew Morrison by a ways here. Shane Merriman, some sort of a hiccup there about mid-track, waiting to see the time come up. Andrew Morrison's going to cruise through at a 12:50, only 86 miles an hour. Shane Merriman, 14:0 at 112 miles an hour. Unless there was something I couldn't see through the smoke there, I'd say that was a win for Andrew Morrison. Day 4, drag racing, semifinals over, into the final pass. Coming up on Andrew Morrison and this mechanical 12 valve. You did it.
Yeah, well, we haven't won it yet, but we're stepping up to the ladder.
So you put up the fastest qualifying pass, 10:74. How'd that feel?
That felt good. You know, I knew that was a kind of number I had with, you know, kind of what we're going with, that he'd come out here and make that.
Okay. The rest of the passes were a little bit slower than that. Nothing as fast as that 10:74. Was that by strategy or?
Yeah, it's strategy. I mean, you don't want to go out there and kill it. Work smarter, not harder. You know, don't go out there and kill it if you don't have to. Try not to sandbag and that too. But at the same time, play it smart. That's what's going to get you through this.
Sure. Yeah. Why work the truck in the back half if you don't have to? I get it.
Yeah. You just come out the hole. I mean, it's all about leaving hard. If you can leave hard and trap that 60-foot time and get the 330 foot and a quarter mile, you've got it won. It's all about coming out of the hole and hooking up and getting down the track.
How has courtesy staging affected your strategy? Is that usually something where you like to kind of psych guys out at the line, or has this helped you?
I'm usually pretty fair when it comes. I mean, I'll let people get beside me and spool up. I mean, I'm not the one to try to cheat the system or anything. It's heads up. Run what you brung. Be fair about it. If somebody needs some time to let them spool up and get ready to stage, I'm all for giving it to them.
What do you think about going up against Cody Pulliam?
That's definitely not a slow truck. I mean, he's made some power. The dyno is proven for that from yesterday. We just gotta take this one serious and don't let out and just hammer down through the track like we plan to do.
Awesome, man. How's the truck? Is it hot? Is it starting to have some death wobble up front?
No, death wobble. That's a funny story. But anyways, no, it's running good. The coolant temp's running real cool. Trans temp's good. All the temperature's good. I do know at the end of the track that 1:10.7 pass, it was getting a little wobbly down there at the end. But we're just gonna see if those brake pads can hold on a little longer.
Well, good luck to you. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
2 Duramaxes left in the qualifying. We got Cody Pulliam and Trey Hutton both lining up. I believe they are sharing a pit crew member, Dimitri Millard, who is helping Cody line up first. And we have one of the pit crew from Trey Hutton helping him line up as well. These gentlemen are staging. As we've watched them go through the competition, it has been tough back and forth. We heard the interview from Trey. He was blown away to actually get past Cody Cook. Nobody, I think, in the field really expected it. We're getting up single lights, pushing forward into the second light here really soon. Courtesy staging only allows them 7 seconds to get ready and get into double bulb. Looks like Trey Hutton's ready. Light drops. Slow launch for both of them. Neither one of them pushing it hard. Cody Pulliam running away at the beginning of the track. I don't think Trey Hutton's going to be able to back half him. And that is Cody Pulliam with a 13.3 at 113 miles an hour. Trey Hutton having some issues out here. 15-second quarter mile, 116 miles an hour. That is not going to be enough to make it into the finals. So it looks like we're going to have Andrew Morrison and Cody Pulliam, the mechanical 12 valve and the LB7 for our finals, day 4 drag racing here at Diesel Power Challenge, Bandimere Speedway, beautiful Colorado. Cody Pulliam coming back in after the semifinal run. Getting a little advice from Dimitri Millard from across the track here. Cody, how'd it feel?
Good. Let's say 2-wheel drive again.
What was the strategy there with 2-wheel drive?
I didn't realize it was in 2-wheel drive until I looked down, and then I hurried up and just clicked 4-wheel drive and went. So
good enough for the win, man. I guess that's all that really matters, huh?
Good enough for the win, and now it's definitely going to be an interesting race. So,
how do you feel about going up against Andrew Morrison? He's been cooking today.
I know he's ran a fairly fast pass, so I'm just gonna I already upped the jet and everything earlier, so we're just gonna let it go and see what it does.
Up the jet, throw the big tune in it, and let her eat.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Try to do our best.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck. You know we want to see a Duramax in the final here.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, in the semifinals here, guys, we got some clarification on what's going on. Andrew Morrison, really clean hits all day. He's been the fastest one at the track since this morning. He is going to be going heads up against Shane Merriman. In the other bracket, we are going to have Trey Hutton and Cody Pulliam. Apparently, Trey Hutton did put down the better run against Cody Cook. That was a big surprise. I think a pretty big upset for everybody that was expecting that 1,400 horsepower truck to hook up well here at the track. And Trey Hutton, with no nitrous, just got out in front of him. So that's it. We're going to see those two races. The winner of those two races will be in the finals, and we'll find out who wins this event.